Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to your course, Introduction to Linguistics. This is your first lecture, and in our first lecture, we just get a background or a few comments about what we are going to study in this course. Okay, and in this course, we are going to look at what is meant by language and what is meant by linguistics, and then we will move on to the different parts of linguistics. We are going to study phonetics, phonology, morphology, syntax, semantics, etc. All of those branches of linguistics, we will study them, not in details, of course, but as an introduction to them. So when you study, for example, phonetics 1, you have a good background about what is meant by phonetics. When you study morphology as well, you have that background when you study syntax, etc. So it is a very, very important introductory course for you. So please pay attention throughout the course and do all the exercises so you can understand thoroughly everything, because this is one of the core courses in your study plan. Now, today we are going just to have a look at what is meant by language. And one of your books will be available for you on your e-learning site. So please download them and follow the explanation here. We are not going to cover every single page on those books, but sometimes if you need extra information, you can look through the different books that you have. I adapted the same books that Dr. Ahmad provided you with, actually. Okay, so some of the examples, etc., could be very, very similar to that. So today we are going to talk about the language in general, and as you can see in front of you here, we can see that in communication and science, and what is meant by communication in general is, or can be defined as, the transmission of information between a source and a receiver, between a speaker and a listener, by means of signs, And pay attention that the word sign here does not mean the regular meaning. Sign here means something physical. When we say something physical, it means that you can feel it, you can hear it, you can smell it, etc. So this is the idea of the word sign here. It is not the regular meaning of the word sign. So when we talk about the communication, so we need two persons. Let me keep it as simple as that. Two persons. Okay. A sender. Okay, and a receiver, or a speaker and a listener, whatever you think about it. Okay, and this speaker needs to transfer information. The transferring of information could be achieved by any kind of a sign. And in this case, for example, we can speak. Now, speaking here is transmitted okay, to the ear of the receiver, or to the ear of the listener, and he understand what is meant of that. Okay, or the sign could be just a gesture by your hand. So the speaker or the sender moves his hand or waves of his hand for someone, and this one, the receiver will understand that the speaker is saying hi to him, for example. Okay, or you can do any other gestures. Okay, or if you got a kind of a perfume and you put it, so the receiver can just smell that, okay, and be happy for that. So this is the idea of communication. So the idea of communication is just to transfer information, between a speaker and a receiver, as it is mentioned for you here, okay, transmission of information between a source and a receiver, a speaker and a receiver, a speaker and a listener, by means of a sign. And pay attention, as we said, that sign is something physical, something محسوس يعني, okay, which represents something other than itself. Signs have an exponent. We'll come to the word exponent in a minute. A meaning and a set of references. A meaning and a set of references. Okay, so what is meant by the exponent of a sign? The exponent of a sign is its physical manifestation. Physical manifestation, as I told you, okay, something which can be perceived, something that can be perceived. And as a humans, we can perceive things by seeing them, by hearing them, by touching them, etc. Okay, so it could be heard, it could be seen, it could be touched, etc. by the receiver of the message. So your facial expression, if you smile, a picture, a road sign, the sounding of a horn, zamur yani, a word, the smell of burning, etc. All of these things can give you what? A meaning, can give you a meaning, so you can understand it. So the exponent of a sign is the physical manifestation. This physical manifestation means that it should be sensed. And as humans, as we said, humans can feel things, can hear them, can see them, can touch them, etc. Now, the individual things, qualities, actions, states in the world to which a sign refers are the reference. So now, when you see the things or when you hear the things or whatever, okay, or when you see that action or anything, that it gets a reference. It got a reference, okay, or what is known as well as denotata of the sign, and these together constitute the reference of the sign, the meaning of the sign. Okay, in addition to having an exponent and reference, a sign is also associated with the meaning. A sign, so the what we call it, the exponent of the sign. The exponent of the sign has the reference and it has the meaning. It has the meaning of the sign. It's a concept which is evokes in its users and which can be identified with a set of semantic features. This set can be called the sign's intention. The sign's intention. Now, what does that mean? Look at the example here. Okay, it is written for you that the English word girl, okay, evokes, yani gives you a meaning, a concept that includes the features. When you hear the word girl, or in English, or in Arabic, if you hear the word bint, for example, in Arabic, what does that mean? What does that tells you? Okay, first of all, it tells me that bint refers to someone who is young, شاب بعده صغير. اوكي، لانه الصغير نحكي عنه بنت او الصغير بنحكي عنها بنت. اوكي، and it is female rather than a male. هي انثى وليست ذكر. and is a human. هي انسان. البنت بتنحكى للانسان، ما بتنحكى للاشياء الاخرى. It is the same idea or the same features that could be found in English as well. So when we say the word girl, okay, it means, or it gives you the meaning of young, female, and a human. So this is a code. So just to catch up again with what we have said so far, let's go back a little bit up, okay, and to see again what is meant by communication. As we said, communication is the transferring of information um, from a speaker to a receiver, or from a sender to a receiver. Now, this transferring of information could be achieved in different ways. Okay, it could be heard by the listener, or it could be touched by the listener, or it could be smelled by the listener, etc. So it has different shapes. Okay, it is not only speaking. It is not only speaking. That is, so you can communicate with others without speaking. Okay, in different ways. Now, so now these signs should be physical, as we said. When we say physical, it means that it can be heard, it can be heard, it can be heard, seen, touched, etc. Now, and this is known as the exponent of the sign, or the physical manifestation. The physical manifestation. It should be physical. It should be physical, heard, seen, or touched. Now, uh, in addition to that, the sign should have a reference as well. The sign should have a reference. A reference, that usually is in the qualities, the action, the states, okay, in the world to which a sign refers, or the reference. Okay, and finally, the meaning of a sign is the concept which it evokes in its users, and which can be identified with a set of semantic features. So this is what is meant by the meaning of the sign. Meaning of the sign. Meaning of the sign. Meaning of the sign can be understood or identified with a set of semantic features. What is meant here by a set of semantic features? It is better to understand the semantic features here, okay, as the words that are associated with certain other words. As the examples we already told you about the word